What's going on in this video of figure drawing dynamic poses? I've chose two more poses for Pinterest. The first one being Goku and the second one, Spider-Man pose. I've drawn a lot of Goku poses with him, in this stance where he has his hand out. And I found this one and decided to, well, I'm gonna work with this one also. And so with this one, I started with the head and I'm working my way down with the neck. And I always draw the neck straight down and you start to add in the circles as you go with the body. And typically, when you draw multiple poses and different positions of how the chest is and how the head is bent and tilted, the neck will always be straight, and you're just adjusting it as you go. Especially when you start adding in the anatomy and things like that to the pose, it starts to make sense as you start to add that to it. But generally, the neck will always be straight. I mean, it can be bent or tilted to the side based on the pose of how it is, but the neck will always be straight down into the circle for the chest. And so right now you see that I worked one way down for the circle for the midsection, as well as the square shape for the waist. And I'm going in, I'm adding in the kind of like the collarbone to kind of draw in and measure out, how far the shoulders are from the neck. When I start to add in those traps, I'm adding in the circle for the shoulders. One is slightly above the other one. The other one is like the right one is a little down, and I'm just overlapping shapes, making like little C shapes to kind of show that for a short look as I start to add in each of the body parts for the biceps and also for the forearm. Now I went in lightly for where I would place the hand, just to kind of measure out to know where the hand is going to go when I start to draw out the other shapes. So I drew lightly did the shapes for the hand, and now I'm going in and I'm adding in the shapes for the other side to kind of get a general idea of how far the distance of where that forearm will be to that hand up top. So I'm adding in that cylinder for the forearm and making the thumb just a little bit bigger to kind of match the reference a little bit more. And I made a box for the hand on the lower section. And then right now I'm just adding in the fingers or fingertips first. And like I mentioned before in some of my videos, I always like to add the fingertips first sometimes, or I'll just draw the straight cylinders and then add in and break apart the three cylinders, as I go. But with this one, I did kind of both because whenever I draw hands that are, clenched up as in kind of like a claw shape, I like to tend to draw the tips of the hands first. And so you'll see me do some of that with some of the fingers. You see me do right there. I add the tip first, and I start to work my way back into the palm. And you're just taking it and you're just drawing you're following the cylinder method as you're drawing it. Let's go right back into the hand. And it's kind of fairly quick. And the more you draw them, the easier it gets to get used to it. I'm adding the other hand, drawing the palm first, and start to add in the cylinder for the thumb, working my way out. Getting the tip of the thumb there. I'm darkening the palm a little bit more. And right now I'm just trying to figure out how to place the other fingers. Now with this finger, since it's kind of going straight out, I kind of just drew that one straight out and just add in the cylinders at the end as I finish that one. And for the other ones, since they're kind of clenched in a little bit, I drew the tip of it first and started working my way towards the palm. And those lines. I'm adding in the tip of that finger, bringing it in towards the palm, each of the cylinders. Started connecting them a little bit more. And you don't have to worry about connecting them. You can connect them at the end when you start to add details to it. Right now you're just jotting it down real quick. And I think I made this darker for tutorial purposes, but usually when I'm doing it like this, I'll make the whole thing real light. That way it's easier to erase. Well, you can erase it now how it is because of the paper I'm using, but I tend to draw it lighter than this, especially if I'm planning on drawing in whatever character I'm putting into that um, that pose. Now this one is a Spider-Man pose I picked, and I've drawn so many different Spider-Man poses, and a lot of the Spider-Man poses, he's doing the kind of the similar method with him shooting the web. So I'm not sure if I have done this one or not, but he's always doing the similar thing but in different positions. So I said, well, let me just go ahead and do this one. Now this one I did the circle for the head, circle for the chest, circle for the midsection, and then I did the square shape for the waist, the same as the previous pose. And I did like a kind of a quick line of, the quick line of action in the back, just to kind of show that bend and get my eye to see where to place everything in that position. Because sometimes I may draw it straight, even though it looks like it's to the side. So I made that little quick line. And I also drew one that's kind of showing that bend in the center, even with a little kind of like a little slight twist. Now I'm adding in the circle for the shoulder, and the circle, the shoulder is kind of like a little bit up, clenched up towards his head. So kind of drew the circle, up a little bit to cover some of his head to show that his shoulder is raising up. Drawing a cylinder for the arm. Then I added that neck. The neck is going straight down. Like I mentioned before, you have to draw the neck straight down, even though it's twisted or a different angle. Adding that part under the arm. I'm adding in the slight outline for the hand. Show where the hand is going to be. Now I'm just adding in the thumb, cut to the palm, drawing out his web shooting position with his fingers. I'm just drawing in and thinking about the shapes for each of the finger. 3 cylinders for the finger, even though his fingers are clenched in, so you're not really drawing all 3. You're kind of just drawing, 2, and then 1 is clenched into the palm. I'm drawing another finger. Since the hand is out, I can draw the leg out there and not worry about it getting in the way of that hand, since I've drawn it out already. Adding in the calf, cylinder for the bottom of the leg, adding the foot. The foot has a little slight bend to it. I'm working that hand that's resting on the platform. So I'm adding his hand in. I didn't really do the cylinder method with this. I kind of just did this quickly just to get the hand done, because not really much too going on with that. But that's it for this pose. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hype it up, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment for any other videos you want to see. Take care.